talking about my arrangement and remix of Pretty Little Horses, a very, very popular piece, very, very short piece, and I'm going to be explaining kind of why I did some of the things and included some of the instruments and sounds that I did. In this stream, very, very different experience in I got to learn the music making sounds that I did in this 10 to 20 minute stream roughly. Yeah, it'll be really cool, really fun. Hope scholarship before music, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go into music because it's something that I genuinely enjoyed and something I was interested in and wanted to learn more about. So going into music software was a interesting, fun, and yet very, very different experience in I got to learn the music making part of music, while all of my other classes are about the techniques and the sheet music. But music software was so much more about quote unquote composing and remixing, and I've always wanted to make my own song and kind of post it, and hopefully maybe it gets big. uh, so being in that class and being able to remix, even if it was simple, was so much fun. I got to learn a lot of the software, and Pretty Little Horses was kind of the apex of that in both Finale and Logic, as not only do I think both were pretty good arrangements, but I also thought that both I had a lot of fun with. They didn't really feel like that they were chores or homework that I had to do. I looked forward to working on these projects. As crazy as that sounds, most schoolwork that I've worked in, I mean, this is my first semester, so most schoolwork I didn't really look forward to. I was like, whatever. But Pretty Little Horses, I genuinely looked forward to it, and I genuinely thought that the arrangement was good. So I wish I could really explain the arrangement and the remix more, but it's going to be explained a lot better on the live stream, where I have a lot more time to really get in depth, and I can really get my live reactions on how these things work and why I did what I did for the instrumentation, for the notes, for for the for the everything, really, like why I might have done like a weird tempo change here, why I did like a weird run right there, why I didn't use this instrument and use that instrument instead. It goes way more in depth in the live stream, and you can get my live reactions instead of a pre-recording. So yeah, if you're interested, come and check it out. Uh, just hang out for a few more minutes, and I'll still be right here. This is past me, but future me will be streaming, and we'll be talking about logic and finale, and how the arrangement works. So yeah, if that interests you, come and check it out. Go ahead. Well, some video, haha. Yeah. So this is going to be my pretty little horses and finale. Fit. Oh. Okay, I don't like that. Uh, let's just get right into it. So we're just gonna turn that down. All right. So first I started with trombone, and the reason and the reason why I started with trombone is because I'm a trombonist player, and I just really like trombone. But the second reason is that Pretty Little Horses, uh, it has a higher melody, and I wanted to add a little more to like maybe a lower melody, possibly. I just wanted to add a little more flavor, and you can kind of see that here. The banjo plays the main melody, basically the whole time, and and the trombone basically the whole time plays lower than that, and that's why is because I wanted to add a little bit of flavor. So that was the second. Trombone was the first instrument I actually added. The second, I believe, was the bass guitar, and I had the choice of going with like a string bass, but I wanted to do like cool eighth note things, and I just felt like I just felt like bass guitar was just more fit for it in this arrangement. So that's why I decided with that. Uh, the third one was actually the clavinet, and the reason why I did the clavinet is because we needed a key instrument, but I didn't want to be basic. I didn't want to just pick the piano, because I felt like the piano was basic and easy, and I didn't want to pick basic and easy. I I wanted to choose something that was a little bit different, uh, and that's why. And I wanted to do like some cool lower chord stuff as well. And as you can see here, the the right hand with the clavinet is still just playing the main the melody, and then the fourth instrument was actually the banjo. And this one was probably the simplest instrument because Pretty Little Horses is already a little bit folky.
But the reason why I added banjo is because I realized when I had the other three instruments, I didn't have a good like main melody instrument yet. So banjo fit that perfect. I was like, I just have to go with banjo when I saw it. Uh, so I just immediately locked it in, and it sounds pretty good. So some of you guys are probably wondering, what was the last instrument? It was gunshots. And the reason why I went with gunshots, I was just having fun with it, and it was in the sound effects folder. And when I saw it, I knew I absolutely had to choose this one. Uh, Not only that, but I just thought it was kind of funny because my arrangement is kind of almost like a very like classical, almost Renaissance kind of era, like da da da. But but the sudden gunshots are kind of supposed to be shocking. That's why actually I put the gunshots a lot of the time not exactly on the beat. I put them on like the anda of a beat instead. But yeah, the gunshots were just they were meant to be fun. It was just me having fun uh, with the project. All right. And with that, I'm going to move to Logic. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. Why? Okay. Why did that happen? Okay. So in the remix of this, I don't have the I sadly do not have the original Logic up. There we go. All right, there we go. This is not the original. I just tried to remake it as fast as I could. But I can just tell you kind of some of the logic. Pun not intended, some of the logic I was using in this remix. So first of all, I took the finale arrangement and all of the notes and I put them into Logic and then used some of the the free samplers. So so uh, for context, the last remix I did, I believe, was of Sati in Logic, and I did a super heavy metal. Everything was super harsh, and I wanted to go away from that, and I kind of wanted to make a more atmospheric piece instead. So that's why I made this. Uh, that's why I made this piece. Is I felt like it was a more atmospheric piece than Sati a little bit, and I wanted to not just be tied down to, oh, you just make metal or heavy metal or whatever. I wanted to branch out. I wanted to explore different things and see what sticks. So that was the creation of this. That was the thought process of it. I can't tell you all of the original instruments. I do believe that the banjo was like atmospheric chords, and I think bass guitar was cheap bass, but I don't remember all of them. And all of the samples I did not use in the previous sample, and again that is on purpose. In fact, and all of them are for the most part less harsh. The only exception being the gunshots, and the reason why is because I still wanted it to feel like it kind of didn't fit in. It was meant to be a little bit shocking, so I still wanted it to feel like I wanted the gunshot still feel like that doesn't really fit in. Well, it's kind of meant to feel like that. That's what it's supposed to be. And and yeah, I mean, giving it a listen, it's pretty good. Uh, Another thing is I kind of made the gunshots. They're kind of out of tune a little bit, but I do think it works because it's meant to make you feel a little bit off balance, while everything else plays pretty even keel. Other than that, so I actually think it adds a lot to the song, while everything else is just very much doing beautiful, kind of atmospheric. Maybe you're on a road or in a forest and you're just walking. That's kind of what I think. It's kind of a journey, but the bing of the gunshots really adds that shock factor. Okay, so that part is actually one of my favorite parts of the remix, where the gunshots and all the atmospheric stuff is just beautiful. And then the gunshots, it starts out of tune, and then it descends in tune, and it's great. I think it worked out wonderfully. Okay, so that's another reason why I actually used this sound effect as well. Not only is it harsh, but it kind of sounds like you're strumming on a guitar. Like, so the final part where it goes all 16th notes on the gunshots, it it really feels like it's kind of getting harsher, and it makes for a great ending as well. I know I'm only talking about the gunshots, um, but like I think I kind of broke down the other parts really well before, where it's basically it's like cavernous chords. There, it's meant to be. You're definitely in a place here, but yeah, the that sound effect kind of gives a it's riffing. It's dirty. It's dirty, and that those 16th notes really not all of the sound samples could have done that, but that sound sample could, and it was kind of a harsh sound, so it fit really well into this arrangement. uh, Now, with all of that being said, were there things that I could have done better in the Logic arrangement and the finale arrangement? Oh, for sure. So the big one, I think, despite my bias, I probably should have in the finale arrangement gone with like a tuba or a bass trombone instead of a normal trombone if I wanted a lower register melody. Uh, and then maybe with Logic, I could have found like better softer stuff that could have gone together a bit better. But other than that, I mean, I think the arrangements worked together. They worked very well for what I was looking for in the arrangement, and I would consider it a, a success, really. Uh, and I mean, it was my first time using these softwares and this software, these apps, Logic and Finale. Well, not my first time, but it was like my third time for Finale. I believe my second time for Logic. But yeah, I mean, I think it went together very well. Uh, well, that's all I was here for. I did the breakdown. Thank you so much. See ya.